Another one. It was...
Alrighty, I think we're ready. What is going on, internet? This is a place to heal. I am your host. Let me see. Let me adjust this a little bit here. It's a little bit dim. All right, welcome in. Oh man, my face is all bloodshot. I'm fresh out of the shower here. I am your host. Tonight, I thought we'd get a little bit spicy and talk about something a little bit different. And so we've been talking a lot about relationships thus far on the channel. We talked about mental health. What's up, Ratataz? How goes it? How's your day, Ben? So, I thought that we would talk about dating and relationships today. So, in particular, I wanted to go into green flags versus red flags in dating. So we're going to get a little bit spicy tonight. But, yeah, so we'll get started with that. Cover that over the course of about 2 hours, and then we'll play some games. So, brief introduction. This is a place to heal. I cover mental health topics, both in regards to individual mental health and relationships. A little bit of background about myself. I've worked in the field of mental health for about 5 years, have had experience working out in the field in case management and inpatient psychiatric hospitals, seeing every kind of mental health disorder under the sun, and also had some time in grad school as a marriage and family therapist, studying what makes relationships great, what makes people's mental health good or not so good. Caveat, I am not a licensed professional. I'm actually going back to finish up my degree here next fall. So, yeah. So a little bit more about what we'll cover today. We'll go into talking about relationship red flag versus green flags. A lot of the stuff that I'm going to be covering is actually going to be in an upcoming Mastering Relationships video course that I'm currently working on. So you all get a little sneak peek of that. I've got a little activity at the end here because I like to give people homework because I think mental health stuff and working on your stuff is cool. And yeah, that's about it. We'll wrap up, do something fun, do some games. So, yeah. Welcome in, y'all. We got some Kingdom Hearts going on. Doing well. Well, thank you for stopping in again, Ratataz. I hope your day at work was good. We're talking about relationship stuff today. Also, brief announcements. So up to this point in stream, we've been streaming Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night, because that kind of made it impossible for me to have any kind of a social life. I'm going to move a Saturday night stream to Tuesday night because I'm now finally free on Tuesday night. So I'm thrilled about that. And yeah, so Saturday night tomorrow night I will not be streaming. Sorry, I'm a little bit disheveled here, working on myself in more ways than one. So no stream tomorrow night, but I'll be back on Sunday. We'll see. I might stream tomorrow night. We'll see. And yeah, we'll start streaming on Tuesdays. Same old kind of deal. We'll do mental health for the first half of stream, then finish up with either games or music. Tonight I'm feeling games. There's the new Shadow the Hedgehog or Sonic game that came out. Sonic plus Shadow Generations, I think is what it's called. Definitely playing that. Released on Tuesday. I've been like purposely waiting to play this game on stream, and I've been so freaking excited. So, yeah, that's what we'll be doing tonight. So, without further ado, let's dive in. As per usual, I have some fun videos to go over. Let me share my screen really quick. Oh, we're struggling here. Wrong browser. Let me see here. Hold on here. Oops. There we go. Good job, OBS. So we've got a couple of videos that we will go through. Yo, do you have what channel is that from? Rad Punks. Yo, I love the Sonic the Hedgehog emote. I'm honestly so excited for this game. I would say Sonic and Mega Man are like my two favorite like childhood video game franchises of all time. So every time there's a Sonic game, I like squeal like a little fangirl. It's pretty great. So I'm super looking forward to playing it. But we're going to talk about mental health stuff before then. So I was actually kind of tempted to be like, let's just play video games all stream. Also, Ratataz, I've been thinking I want to start doing like a community games night on Sunday. So if we have, because I feel like most people turn up on Sundays. So definitely want to play some more Overwatch. That'd be super fun. Let's see. So yeah, we'll talk a little bit about red flags versus green flags. I have some cool videos. I always get more videos than we need because we always run out of time, but that's okay. In addition to that, as per usual, we'll make a cute little infographic here about everything that we talk about tonight. I've decided that I want to start like pre-creating the visual stuff because I'm very like perfectionistic about the visual stuff. Yeah, and so we'll fill out the information together as the night goes along. And then I got a little sneak peek activity that we'll do here at the end of the night. I'll introduce it. It can be after stream homework for you guys because I'm a nerd and I like doing mental health stuff. Yeah. So friendly reminder for people who don't know, all of the cool mental health resources that I create on stream are available on all of my socials, but in particular, or I guess I should say all my socials. So typically with the infographics and stuff, I will often post that stuff on my Instagram. So this is actually an Instagram post that we'll work through together. But also, all of my mental health related stuff is inside of the resources section of my Discord. So if you are not a part of the Discord fam, by all means, thank you. I know, right? I'm like, yo, we got all kinds of cool activities. This is what happens when I actually have like time to sit down and plan for a stream and not just wing it. Cool stuff happens. So, but yes. So if you would like access to the cool resources that we create on stream or the activities that we do on stream, that is all in the resources section of my Discord. I've officially decided that we're going to get rid of the channel Google Drive, which I had for all of a couple weeks, and then I was like, this is too convoluted. So now it goes inside the Discord. So if you're watching out there and you're not a part of the Discord, shame on you. Come and check out the Discord. We talk about cool mental health stuff. If you have advice that you want to ask about stuff in your life, relationship advice, dating advice, whatever, we always talk about that stuff there. And it's just generally a very cool mental health friendly place to hang out. So post my socials here. Discord link inside of the links section there. So yeah. In addition to that, I also post additional mental health related topics on my Instagram, so feel free to check me out there. And yeah. So enough jibber jabbing. Let's talk about the juicy stuff here. So I'm gonna turn this music down just ever so slightly here. Let's try talking about dating stuff, because you know, it's Friday night and maybe some people out there don't have a date tonight. Clearly I don't have a date tonight because I'm here. So yeah, let's talk about this, fam. Adjust the audio just a little bit here.
Hey Psych2Goers, welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for all the love that you've given us. Your support helps
I love
us make
Psych2Go, by the
mental
way.
health and psychology more accessible to everyone. Now, let's begin. As the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle once said, even a god finds it hard to love and be wise at the same time. And he certainly wasn't wrong. Though we'd all like to believe that we're too smart to let our hearts rule our heads, too often we let our emotions cloud our better judgment. Especially when it comes to dating. But learning how to recognize the early signs that a relationship won't work out or that someone is incompatible with you can save us a lot of pain and regret down the road. So, rather than simply forgiving and forgetting like we often do, here are 7 red flags in dating you need to start looking out for.
Before we get started, I think dating and finding relationships, I think many of us want to find our forever person. Many of us, not all of us. Some people just want to do the casual dating thing their whole lives. Some of us, if you're old and jaded like me, have given up entirely. No, I haven't given up entirely, but that's the statistic, is that there's an increasing number of people that are opting out of dating entirely. If you are not one of those people, or if you are one of those people that still is out there in the search for your person, man, it can be such a journey sometimes. There's so many different things to look for. You know, there's like looking for someone that kind of physically is your type. You know, we all have kind of a vibe, that kind of person we go for. Maybe you go for the nerdy person. Maybe you go for the, you know, athletic person. Maybe you go for the business bro, whatever, male or female, doesn't matter. You know, there's the personality fit, and then you've got values, and then you've also got kind of their goals for the future, and your goals for the future. I call that compatibility. Is that compatible? And all those things have to come together just right in order to kind of be the person that's the right match for you. So it can be really tricky. But red flags we'll start off talking about are things that pretty much, if they're there, even if all the other stuff is there, it's going to be very hard to have a healthy relationship with this person. Just dating in the short term or otherwise. I mean, of course, if it's just a hookup or something, then probably you don't have to care that much about their personality or their character. But red flags, personality, character deficits, let's call them, that make it pretty gosh darn hard to have any kind of long-term anything with them. So,
Number 1, they always agree with you. Does your new bae like all the same things you like, or share all the same views and opinions as you? While it's certainly nice that you get along so well, you need to be wary of people who seem to agree with you on just about everything. They may not be telling you the truth or showing you their real selves. It's likely that they're just telling you all the things to make you like them more. Because the truth is, no two people will ever see eye to eye on everything, because no two people are exactly the same, and that's okay. Differences are what makes us who we are, and if the person you're dating feels the need to change who they are just to please you, then it's never gonna work out. 2.
all right, I have a comment on that one. I think, especially if someone is younger and or just generally a less self-confident and insecure, that's actually a very common red flag. I think a lot of people, especially in the first, 2 or 3 months of so, or dating, we're all on our best behavior. We're all kind of putting forward like a best version of ourselves. And then you get 3 or 4 months into dating someone and you realize that they like, I don't know, pick their toes or something. It's just weird stuff, right? So I don't think being like a chameleon and completely morphing into someone that you think, you know, if you've got someone that you're attracted to, like completely morphing into a completely different person to get this person interested in you, that's probably a sign of insecurity. Sometimes it could be a sign of even more dangerous things, like if the person's like a narcissist, they can like completely chameleon into what you want, or like a sociopath or something like that. But I think just because someone puts forward the best version of themselves, or tries to like, oh, you're into music, I'm into music too, I don't think that necessarily is like, run away, they're a sociopath, you should run away screaming. So I think that's if they agree with everything you say, yeah, probably they're a little bit insecure and they really want you to like them at all costs. But does that make them like an evil and malicious person? No. I would call that a yellow flag, but you can call that a red flag if you want to.
They hide things from you. Does
Okay,
your
that's a
partner
red flag.
hide things from you and struggle to communicate properly with you? It's a definite red flag if you can't be open with each other about how you feel or what you think. Do you notice your partner avoids talking about their feelings or doesn't share much about themselves? Do they keep you away from their friends or family? Or always leave you guessing about what they've been doing? While everyone certainly has a right to their privacy, you can't emotionally connect with someone who's afraid to be vulnerable with you. 3. They don't prioritize you. Does the person you're dating...
I definitely think if the person has a tendency of hiding things from you, I would say just in general, like this is a major character thing. If the person has a tendency of being deceptive with you or other people, emphasis on other people, that's a major red flag. Because often we can't tell if someone's being deceptive with us, right? Because they're deceiving us, duh. But like if you see this person like lie to their family or lie to their friends, or you know, they're like shit talking their friends next second, and then the next second they're like really nice to their friend, so they have a habit of being like duplicitous is what it's called. That is a major red flag. Whether they're hiding stuff from you or hiding stuff from other people, red flag. That's a character thing, right? That means that this person favors the way that people perceive them more than actually standing in their integrity and being honest. And that's eventually they're going to do something and they're going to hide it from you, or just, you know, just do something with poor character, and you're not going to know about it until, you know, probably the damage has been done, and that's not a fun place to be.
Seem too busy for you sometimes? Do they spend most of their time with work, academics, or their other relationships? Do they often cancel on you at the last minute, or take forever to return your calls and messages? While you certainly can't demand anyone's time, dating someone who can't fit you into their busy schedule isn't going to be easy. And the fact that they're already struggling to juggle so many other priorities in their life is a clear sign that they're not ready for a serious relationship. 4.
I don't know how much I agree with that one. I mean, I do agree with it to a certain extent. I think if someone wants to be in a relationship with you, they will make time to be in a relationship with you. And if they don't, then they won't. So if you hear from the person like once every 2 weeks, then probably that person's not that interested in you. Unfortunately, right? They might want something casual with you. They want you to be a booty. They might want you to be a booty call. They might want you, you know, if you're a guy, you might be stuck in the friend zone, right? Because let's be a little bit real here. It might not be the most politically correct statement, but you know, men will quite often get stuck in the friend zone when it comes to dating women, and we're being heteronormative here for a second. Apologies, LGBTQ community. And women will quite often get stuck in the friends with benefit zone. So if you're like meeting up with someone and you just generally you're texting and you hear from them like once every 2 weeks or something because they're just really busy, have a lot going on in life, yeah, that's a red flag. Could be that they're actually genuinely busy. Right now I'm like working and trying to start a business and streaming and going to the gym 5 days a week and trying to fit in music, and so I don't have a lot of free time. So dating is generally hard for me, at least for the time being, but you know, certainly it's a red flag.
Dismissive of you. Another warning sign you need to look out for is how the person you're dating talks to you. Are they encouraging and supportive, or condescending and dismissive? Do they always have to have their way and assert that they're right? Or are they open to listening to your ideas? Having a partner who talks down to you and doesn't take you serious isn't something you want for yourself. And even though they might try to pass it off as knowing better and encouraging you to just trust them and go along with it, you deserve to be with someone who respects your opinion and gives you a say in the relationship. 5. They easily...
Specifically, if they say, yes, queen, that's like green flag, like 100% yo. It's like, if I have a girl that I'm going on a date with and she says, yes, queen to me, like, oh, I know that's marriage. No. Yeah, I think that's like 2 things to me that are separate red flags that they kind of tied into one there. I think, and hold on, I'm going to turn the music up a little bit. From Aladdin. Interesting. It's my video game lo-fi playlist. Channel favorite here. I think that's 2 things that they're talking about there. There's a difference between someone who is emotionally unavailable, which is kind of what they started out talking about. Like, you can't open up to this person about your feelings and have that go well. Either they'll just blow off your feelings, or they'll blow up at you, or they'll give you the assignment treatment. That's a huge red flag, because then that destroys your ability to build any kind of intimacy with someone, especially when you're just dating. You know, maybe if you guys are stuck in a toxic relationship for months and months and months, you know, people will have a tendency to drift apart and be more guarded. But if you're just starting to date someone and instantly they're just like, oh yeah, they blow up and yell at me every time I tell them they did something that hurt my feelings, red flag. The other thing that I feel like they mentioned is the, oh God, what was the other thing? No, I missed it. Oh, being generally disrespectful. If someone's being critical and disrespectful, also a huge red flag. I think that comes from two places generally. I think that comes from people who really struggle with insecurity. And so if you're just generally an insecure, shitty, toxic person, well, if you're just an insecure person that's like really unhappy in your own life, it's, you know, I've always heard the saying, people only treat you as well as they treat themselves. And so often, if people are really hard on themselves and treat themselves poorly, you know, their internal dialogue towards themselves is very toxic, then quite often they're very readily toxic to other people. And so, yeah, if someone is constantly bashing you, is critical on you, shitting on you, that's usually a red flag, not only because this person's like disrespecting you, but also probably means they're really insecure and they have a really poor relationship with themselves. And that could manifest in all kinds of crazy toxic behavior. So I think that's a good red flag.
Get jealous. While it's never something we want ourselves or our romantic partner